we go. All right, I'm getting happy. Okay, I don't know what you think I worked so hard on this.
Hey, Amber.
Hi, who's that?
April.
Thank you for getting us together. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Come on. Yes. Thank you for appreciating.
Got all these beautiful women.
Right?
No, everybody, this is my daughter, if you don't know. Crystal Joy.
Ones as always, but you know.
The dampness, you want a gallery view where you can see everybody. That's what you want.
Right.
I see you.
Oh, wait. I think I got it.
She's over there playing with a blanket.
I think she heard your voice.
And my sisters.
Yes.
They look fabulous.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
I got motivated.
Come on.
I know that's right.
My name is Joy Mcallister, and I am motivation.
My name is Neela Adams, and I am motivation.
My name is Bobby Cabbage, and I am motivation.
My name is Melvina Campbell, and I am motivation.
My name is Bree Coleman, and I am motivation.
My name is Joy Mcallister, and I am motivation.
My name is Angie Ogune, and I am motivation.
My name is Amber Farrington, and I am motivation.
I am April Spraggins, and I am motivation.
Nice. That was really nice.
Melvina Mel Campbell. Melvina was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. After her dad passed in 1974, her mom moved her and her siblings to the Austin area from Cabrini Green. She's a graduate of Triton College with her associate's degree and criminal justice certificate. What's new with Mel? Well, she is an author. She has 5 books published since January 2020 and plans to release her 6th book January 2022. Published books star From the Balcony to the Judge, Series 1 through 3, The Erotic Zone, Missing Puzzle Pieces. All books can be purchased on Amazon, or if you want a signed copy, you can order from her personally. Her hobbies are going to the show, cooking, music, and of course, writing. And let's not forget her ultimate love, her 5 grandsons, and her new granddaughter who arrived in September. Melvina is looking forward to new adventures. Heck, everything new. Her favorite saying before she leaves home? Let's go outside, God, and slay. We got this. Amber Farrington is a multi-gifted creative soul, adapting to life on Earth and discovering how best to be of service to the world at this time. She feels called to bring attention to and help heal the physical, mental, and emotional manifestations of trauma passed down through generations of resilient but often misguided people. Her experience of CPTSD and related research informs most of her writing on these subjects. She looks forward to helping people form genuine soul connections through self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love. Amber studied visual art for 7 years before attending undergrad. She earned a bachelor's in hospitality management after majoring in marine vertebrate biology, environmental sustainability, and veterinary medicine. She briefly taught art at a middle school in New York. When not working, she sells custom painted portraits of children, families, and past loved ones to remind us of what is truly important in this life. April Spraggins grew up in a close-knit family, the middle child of 5 and the mother of 2. She is an entrepreneur and a barber, and has also earned a bachelor's degree from Western Illinois University in 2005, with an emphasis in business and African American studies. Being a jaunty reader of Moorish history, past and present, has spurred her enthusiasm in the uplifting of the Moorish nation. Seeing the depletion of our community, family structure, lack of self-knowledge, and how societal construct contributes to the state of the community has compelled her to become an active participant in August of 2021. She is committed to finding solutions for eliminating these strongholds plaguing our communities by making it her mission to ignite and spark something within that will create a positive and productive mindset in the Moorish nation. Crystal Joy Mcallister, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is 30 years old. She is the happiest when dancing, the freest when outside, a huge fan of comedy. She is passionate about the human condition. As different as we are the same. She would love to be a bridge of understanding and an example of uniqueness. She says, "Leaving shallowness to my developing youth. Deep waters is where I reside. Real, raw, and unflinching." Bobby Norman Cabbage is an early childhood educator, writer, and business owner. Bobby has a bachelor's degree in journalism and communications with an emphasis in broadcasting from Point Park University. And she won the Professor William A. Smith Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Bobby worked for 2 of the local gospel radio stations in Pittsburgh as an on-air talent after graduating from Point Park University. Bobby is also co-founder/owner of Pandemic Press Publishing, media organization, LLC, with her husband Samuel, and worked as a freelance writer for several of the local newspapers. She is a published author of numerous books and 3 published with Pandemic Press Publishing: Cooking Fun with Mrs. Cabbage, Plandemic Meals, and Celebrate the Holidays with Mrs. Cabbage. Along with her husband Samuel, they have created several newsletters over the years for church and gospel organizations. Bobby is also a member of Voice 123. Neela Adams is founder, producer, and host of the podcast In My Element with Neela. She is Sweet Beginnings LLC's new operations sales manager, who is very passionate about delivering top quality service and prides herself on seeing that people are happy and satisfied. Neela brings with her a wealth of expertise in sales, customer service, operations, and retail management. She lives by the principle that if she gives her all, it will inevitably be a success. Neela holds a bachelor's degree in mental health with a minor in entrepreneurship from DePaul University. She has won several honors and awards for her academic pursuits and service. She enjoys exercising, bike riding, kayaking, skating, and taking long walks along nature trails. She has owned and operated a hot dog stand within the Inglewood community for 10 years. Bree Coleman is the owner of Clack and Shimmy podcast and clothing brand. She is a single mom, born and raised in Chicago. She has a passion for helping others. She is the school mom, the neighborhood mom, and genuinely cares for all those around her. She truly believes in each one, reach one. Her motto is, there is more than enough room at the table for all of us to eat and not take from someone else's plate. Angie Ogune is a certified life and wholeness coach. She is a former high school dropout, gang member, and single mom, turned fun-loving, healed, and whole. She is a coach, small business owner, podcaster, and influencer. She has a passion for emotional intelligence and empowering individuals to heal.
You know how sometimes we're dealing with another person who doesn't really give us much in return, like as far as like dialogue or feedback? Maybe.
She teaches the skills needed to live in relational emotional health, specializing in relationships, boundaries, and conflict resolution. Angie has raised 2 strong, smart daughters who are thriving community leaders and influencers. She has 1 grandchild. She is a 3rd generation Mexican American.
Well, everybody, I am so happy that you're here. We always seem to like pull it together. That song, the opening, just got me so emotional. That was powerful. You know, in our community, what's been kind of lacking, the breakdown. I mean, I know that Angie is considered from the brown. Is that what they call her? The Mexican Americans from the brown community.
Yeah, I'm
have
brown.
the same struggles.
I'm so sick of those 2 labels, black and brown.
Right.
It's just another way of dividing us as human beings.
I mean,
I am so sick of that.
She ain't wrong.
Now, girl, ain't no such thing. Cause that make us look like this, and that make her look like something brown, and everything. And it continues to build on racism with BS like black and brown labels. Okay, I can't stand that. I can't stand it. And until we all
Char and I did talk about that.
Until we all start thinking and believing like that, it's going to stay divided. Trust and believe. We all have to squash all the labels that they try to impose on us. If we squash them labels and stop using that crap in media and everything else, then it would never be. You know, it would start blowing away.
With that, we're gonna pause real quick.
Everybody, all blood and flesh. We are all flesh and bones. That's just it.
Human. Right. That's right. We're human. A lot of fire up in here. Look.
Already.
Let's the strong black woman syndrome. I don't know if anybody else has heard of that, but Amber, I think you commented on that, right? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I feel like I would have.
Okay, let me okay. let me read
Good answer.
Right. Yes.
I believe I did.
Right. One of my classes, we were studying the history of slavery and its impact on the African American community. Listening to a podcast, they quoted the definition by behavioral research scientist Jasmine Abrams. And it says the strong black woman syndrome, a provider and caretaker who is resistant to vulnerability or dependency, displays strength, suppressed emotions, succeeds despite inadequate resources, and assumes responsibility as a community agent. Process that.
Yes.
Process that. Now, I know that some of us come from,
I said, that's a strong black woman.
That's a strong black woman. But the reason why I want to do this is because we tend to be so strong. We feel like we have to live like to prove that we are strong. We are not weak, but that's not human. And sometimes we have to show that side of us where we say, I need help. I can't do this alone. You know, right. I'm hurting. So that's why I want to talk about our emotional state, our mental state, our physical state. You know, Neela, I even had Neela, her workout. I woke up one morning and she was on Instagram and she was just working it out. I was like, yes, I wish I had the strength to get up and do it. But knowing how to take care of yourself, finding things that make you better and healthy, and not doing it by ourselves, but learning to be a community, to be stronger together, right? Let's just talk about like what each of you, like maybe tell me one thing that you do, you know, like that gets you centered. You know, what is it that brings you that calm? Who's that, Crystal?
Meditation. Sitting with my thoughts, whether it's with silence, whether it's with like the white noise, whether it's with music, just finding my space to get centered.
Exact same as Crystal. I wake up in the morning, I pray first, and then I meditate. And then I work out. That relieves me of a lot of stress and anxieties throughout the day. I find I'm able to deal with the day in such a calm, cool, collected manner. And I really don't allow too much of anything to really ruffle my feathers. It really sets the pace for my day.
I would say prayer and writing. Writing has always been, ever since I could write, ever since I could read, I was always a writer. So if I could get out, if I'm stressed about something, if something crazy happened. Now, the sad part about all of this writing is, of course, it's like a double thing for me. I have the worst memory ever of anybody on this planet. So I need to write it down so I can remember, oh, did I do that? Okay, yeah, that's right. That was me. Okay, got it. But it's also very, very stress relieving, like, okay.
Awesome.
We're in the running, Bobby, because I write everything.
Wow.
My middle and last name down just a couple hours ago.
Mine is praying in the morning when I wake up, of course, and writing. Like I finish typing up this story so I can have that one come out in January for my birthday. And I still haven't finished typing it up and sent it to my publisher. So that's, and watching like a couple of like favorite shows or something. It's just, and at night when I go to bed, I listen to like a little meditation thing that I have on this app. I listen to that, and I don't even listen to the whole thing. I'll be asleep like in 3 minutes. Right. So, so yeah. So that just helps. So yeah, that's me.
Me too.
I listen to it at night too from YouTube, and it's like an hour long. I'll be out for about 11 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. I when things are feeling off center, 9 out of 10 times there's some type of a lie happening. So first I understand that, and so I just reconnect to the truth, and that can look like many different things. Ultimately for me, my truth comes from the Lord and what I know about who I am. So a distraction out to left field, a person, a situation, a drama, whatever it is, I just pause and I reconnect to the truth. And that's why, it's the truth shall set you free. It's a real thing. It's not just a phrase or a line in the Bible. It's just genuinely a real thing. Cluttery. I'm like, wait, what's the truth? And I just have to talk myself through it sometimes, out loud. I agree with your daughter, like sitting quietly, because then if we're quiet, then and we actually try to tune into the truth and let the voice of truth be louder than the voice of the accuser and accusation and lie and mess.
Yes.
The dominant voice will lead. Yeah. And so ultimately I'm just like, okay, what's the truth?
I told you she was a sister.
Yeah. I didn't get to respond to that, but because I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Respond. Go ahead.
Of sisterhood. It don't matter what nationality, background.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true. It's true. And I love like that the fiery passion. And I agree with everything that you said. Just like you ladies, I've been used to, people I'm 45. They look at me like I'm the brown girl. I'm the Latina. Everybody assumes I can speak Spanish really well. I actually can't. I don't got to prove nothing to nobody. I will get better at Spanish if I want to, and I won't get better at it if I don't want to learn it, because I can, because it's my business. Tabitha Brown. She's right. She's right. Everything she said is right. It doesn't make me mad anymore, because their words, their opinion, their fingers, their stares, their assumption about me don't hold me to nothing. And it can actually fall to the ground. It don't hold me down. That's their ignorance. So
right.
I love the fiery passion behind everything that she's genuinely, I really, really do. And on the other end, it used to really mess with me. It used to tick me off and I would get feisty, but I've gotten so much freedom and healing now. I'm like, you know what? It don't even steal my peace, because nobody can take my peace and my joy who didn't give it to me.
That's right.
But I just love the fiery passion behind, and I just appreciate being embraced into this beautiful, amazing group of women here.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Skin is giving me 20. Vibe is giving me 32. You're just, we're out here. You better get it. Yes. I love it.
Yeah. I'm grabbing, I'm getting it. Yes.
Yes, beautiful.
These labels to divide us. That's it.
You are right.
Tell you something. White, black, blue, and green. We have all, as women, have taken on more than anybody could ever imagine. I don't care what class of people you come from.
It's true.
I have all went under all kinds of duress and stress. Train and have come up like rah, you know.
Come on.
We are all united because we are all women, no matter where you come from. Just like men, they're all men. We are all women. You know, we've gone through things that men don't go through, and men have gone through things we don't go through. Regardless of what nationality you come from, you know what I'm saying? Because there is no race, there is humans, okay?
Humanity.
You come from, you have undergone the same thing that someone from another nationality has undergone. Trust and believe. You just don't know it because it ain't vocalized or featured like that in the open. But we all have shared similarities of lifestyles and livings. Trust me, keep the spirit. I'm done.
Oh, right. No. You're good. You're good. Because I feel you, Neela, like I'm all about inclusion and I don't see race, I don't see color, all that. But something that's been like kicking me in the gut lately is the injustices that's been done to our people because of the race war. I guess that's what you want to call it. But and that's why I specifically wanted to focus, because the first shows that I started, I had Caucasian friends a part of the panel. And yes, they had some, struggles in life, but I realized that the playing field wasn't leveled because we're still playing catch up, and that's why I feel like we need to strengthen our community. We need to encourage one another because we're still so divided. I was just sharing with somebody last week, or group actually, that most of my challenges or conflicts have been with African-American women. Like people who I thought were family or friends. It's been like, wait, but I thought we were cool. Like, what is happening? So it's like, it has to be something spiritual, or I don't know what it is, but it's the weirdest thing to me, the strangest thing. So we're trying to build our community.
Well, I was just thinking, I wanted to share a story because, as you know, I work with children, and one of the sweetest things one of my preschoolers said to me, she came over to me with this picture. You know how 4 or 5-year-olds draw, it's just a big, a big jumbled mess, a whole bunch of colors. And I said, oh, well, what is this? I said, and she said, well, Mrs. Cabbage, that's you. And now I just want to also, just kind of preface this with, I work in a predominantly white neighborhood. So, so being really the only Black teacher around, and in most cases, probably the only Black person around, it can be interesting, but been pretty much blessed in all of this. However, so I said, well, what is this picture supposed to be? What is this a picture of? Well, Mrs. Cabbage, this is you. And I said, oh, it's, how looks just like me. And she says, well, Mrs. Cabbage, can't you see? She goes, you're all colors. And I just thought everyone can kind of embrace, we're all a part of the human race, brown and Black and this and that and the other. We're all one, all colors. And I am this big blobby world looking. I'll take that. I will take that.
Well, cute little kid. She's been taught well.
Real quick, I know this is, a women's speech, not a childhood speech or children's discussion, but with that kind of innocence, I think they have a really good idea of auras and can feel, different energies from people. So I get rainbow vibes from you. Here we go.
Yeah, Crystal, that was powerful because a lot of people don't believe or it's not even about belief, but yoga. I've been really understand yoga. You like the third eye and your chakras, and you're not as we're not connected like we should be.
Children are always a part of the conversation, no matter what we're speaking about, because we all were children. So that's always relevant. It's always a part of you. Earlier, when you were reading that quote about the definition of a strong Black woman, I think it was. Do you think we could maybe can we define strong? Can we redefine strong?
Come on, let's work on it. Because right now, what is the actual definition? Let's look it up. Okay, thank you.
To move heavy weights or perform other physically demanding tasks. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
Able to withstand great force or pressure. Want to hear one more?
Yes.
Very intense. Want to hear the next one?
Yes.
Contrasted with weak. Do you want to hear the last one?
Yes.
Relating to or denoting the strongest of the known kinds of force particles, which acts between nucleons and other hadrons when closer than about 1013 centimeters, so binding protons in a nucleus despite the repulsion due to their charge, and which conserves strangeness, parity, and isospin.
That I think we fit more than any of them.
Right, the last one.
The conductive strength between neurons.
Yes.
I think the first two definitions are probably the most. I'm reading it online. Having the power to move heavy weights or perform other physically demanding tasks. And the second definition is able to withstand great force or pressure. In a lot of ways, seeing Black women as strong and nothing else, especially with, in my opinion, the problematic definition of strong that we have, it makes us seem inhuman. Inhuman and or superhuman. And that takes away from, it definitely takes away from our vulnerability, which to me is a huge part of what makes people strong. Somewhere in that definition you read was not showing emotion or something.
Let me read it. Provider and caretaker who is resistant to vulnerability or dependency, displays strength, suppressed emotions, succeeds despite inadequate resources, and assumes responsibility as a community agent.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. All of that seems very unhealthy. But the part about repressed emotion.
It is.
I'm with you. Please keep speaking.
Yes.
The part about the repressed emotions, especially now, I one of very few people in my own family who feels this way, but being able to actually feel your emotions and manage your emotions, that is strength.
Yes.
That is power.
Yes.
Repressing your emotions,
Yes.
that's not, there's no power in that.
Right.
It's actually weakness.
Right.
It does show a lot of weakness. It's like brining you. It's like, how you stick meat in brine. It's like when you repressed emotions, it's a brine to me. Because it's a builder and yet a throwdown, a body slam, all at the same time.
Right.
So
exactly that. They use it against you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And I agree with Amber about we're supposed to be able to control, manage our emotions.
And ask for help.
Because a lot of when we repress our emotions, that's where you find those who are in mental institutions. Break.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they've had nervous breakdowns because they've held so much in.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they've lost their own way emotionally, spiritually, and everything else because they've repressed so much to put on such an aura of something that is not.
Yeah.
You know.
So with that said, I want to read this poem I wrote yesterday. CHAR asked me to write a poem. So, and I was trying to figure out what type of poem, and this is about kind of like about mental, about your mind. So it's titled My Mind. What's going on in my mind? I think about things that should not be there. I think about who broke my trust. What's going on in my mind? I try to forget the pain and make myself feel better, but sometimes the pain doesn't want to go away. What's going on in my mind? Do I need to run away, hide, or shut down? No, I need to remember that the pain will go away, the trust will be new, and running to shout to shut down is not the answer. What's going on in my mind? God, peace, happiness, love, joy, wisdom, and everything that God is blessing me with. That's what's going on in my mind.
Come on. So I loved how, that was awesome. I loved how the truth was all in that. Like you vocalized where you were and what was happening, right? But you still found the inner strength to be able to say where you're going. You're not going to stay there. It's not going to cripple you. The pain is not going to cripple you. That was awesome.
Yeah, you can't let it cripple you because I know for me, everybody goes through things, and I've been through a lot. This year has been really interesting, to say the least. But when I wrote this, I was thinking about myself and my youngest son, because probably about 3 years ago, he had wrote on Facebook that I don't think this life is for me. I'm like, no, I called my best friend, Randy. I need you to call DJ. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not going to talk to me. He'll talk to me, but I need you to call him and talk to him. Because his dad would be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you, you know, just man up or whatever. So my friend talked to him. He's like, I'm gonna call you back. It's like, okay. 5 hours later, I'm like, he ain't called me back yet. So I called him back. He was like, oh, we just got off the phone. He's fine. Okay. He's fine. So he made sure that
was issues, Yovina. It sounded like it was a concern with that kind of talk. Me with a degree in mental health, let me let you know right now where that led me. To suicidal.
Yeah, and that's the first thing that came to my mind. So I called my friend and had him to talk to him, and they talk all the time. You know, he was just here over the weekend, and yesterday we went to go see him. He did his little video for Instagram. This is my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandbaby. Yep, everybody gonna think you don't have no kids that old to have a grandchild, but he adopted my son as his, you know. And yeah, so he called him Pops, you know. So anything, if he's like going through some Randy, you know, and I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And my son is like, why y'all won't get together? No. Really deep down as much as I want to.
Right. That's another topic. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Angie.
Yeah, but it's, you know, you gotta, it's okay. It's okay to say that something is wrong with you. It is okay.
It is okay.
If one person doesn't want to believe it or say, oh, well, you will be okay. Then, you know, go to somebody, go to the next person or the next friend or so.